I'd love to hear your thoughts on the measurement products as a whole, whether it's web, comms, social, what they do well and what the gaps are.
Well, firstly, there are a lot of products out there, and that's even a bit of a barrier to get into measurement in the first place because you don't know really where to start. Each tool in isolation, they've got their pros and cons, but they're generally quite specialized, quite, I guess, rigid. So, for example, if you're looking at web accessibility, so quality assurance, readability, accessibility, all those sort of things. You've got a tool called Monsito, which looks at that, so analyzes broken links, etc. You've obviously got Google Analytics, which is you can just mine and mine and mine in there for hours, days. There's so much data you can find about user behavior. You've also got things like, I guess, Hootsuite, Loomly, etc., which look more at the performance of social metrics. So the landscape is complex. There are a lot of different providers out there, but as I was saying, they're quite specialized. They look at either social, or they look at web, or they look at accessibility. So you kind of need a platform or an approach that harnesses them all.
The other thing I see when I look at those products, and it's inherent in the fact that they are products, is that they are very locked down in terms of what they can give you and what you can do with the data. And also the room to actually look at data from multiple sources side by side is often pretty limited.
Mm.
And there's also, you look at tools like some of the readability tools. I think it can give people a false signal where you run your site through these tools and it will go, readability looks fine. And that can actually give people false confidence because it's not actually measuring behavior. It's not saying, can they use it? What did they think of it? It's just, what did our algorithm say about the words,
Correct. And it's not necessarily measuring experience, which is so important, because if they have a good experience, they'll either repeat whether it's a purchase, or they'll recommend you to others, or they'll come back. But yeah, if you're just looking at broken links, I like broken links is one metric. Obviously, it's annoying when you come across a broken link, but it's not, as you say, it's almost like a site health audit rather than actually meaningful and insights delivery.
Yeah, so it's almost like start with what you actually, start with the goals and then start with what you actually want to know, and then look at all of your channels, and probably the measurement that you need is going to be pulling from multiple sources.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the more the better, and the more holistic view you have. It's basically evidence gathering. It's like when we do research, you watch people, you talk to people, you send surveys, you do in-depth interviews. It's multiple components to metric or measurement as well.